Hello everyone, welcome back to our class 12th computer science series. In today's video, we will understand the implementation of stack in Python and push and pop operation. Here in this video, we will implement the push and pop operation not by using any inbuilt function, but we will implement it by using the top variable, which we have seen earlier in our previous video. That top is the most significant thing in the stack array actually. So we will start the programming, and one by one we will understand it by implementing the program. First of all, we need to take the size of the array, so that we can take in a variable. First of all, I am creating over here max variable. This is our max variable, and I am giving 5 inside it, means assigning 5. It means what? Whatever be will our stack, upcoming stack will be of size 5. So this we have decided over here. Now in the next line, I am creating a stack list. List actually it is an array type, list type structure. So we can call it a list also, we can call it structure also. So stack we have created over here. Now inside this stack, nothing value is there, we know that, but we know what is our size. So one new thing we are learning over here, how to give something inside this empty stack. So this is how we can give. Inside that we can write none multiplied by this multiplication sign we will give, and we will give max variable, which is our size variable, which contains the size of the stack. None into max means what actually happens inside the memory. So let us open the board and we will understand the structure once. So here you see, we have created a stack, and we have decided the stack size is 5. Fine. Okay, so our stack is like this only. It is of size 5, means 5 blocks will be there. This we have decided when we have written max equal to 5. This decision was done. But now when we have created this line, stack into stack, the list will be none into max. Max is our 5 size, and none means one stack list will be created with all the values filled with actually none variable. So this will be like this internally, see, so that no garbage can be inserted by the Python garbage collector. This should not be done, because we have booked the space. We want the space to be booked until and unless we are filling the value. So this will look like this: none, again none, 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 4, and 5th none. This is how we want our stack for the time being, for now only. And this is our index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the name is same. The list name is stack only. So this is how internal structure has been done up to this through lines. Now coming back to our the program, and let's implement the program further. First of all, we want nothing is there, and actually nothing is there inside the stack. So we will write top, sorry, in the next line we will write top is equals to -1. Yesterday only we have seen when nothing is there, this is underflow situation, and underflow means nothing is there, top is not there actually. Top will be there, even at least one element is there, top is the first position is the top, but nothing is there, top will be -1. Next, now we will start the function creation, because implementation will be done totally by the functions here. So first of all, we'll create a function push. Okay, and inside that we will give an argument, means whenever this function will be called, it will be called by the item, it will be called by the argument. So inside that function we will give the indent, because body we are going to start now, functions body, and inside we will write global top. So what is the meaning of this global top? Let's understand this. This Global means what? Global variable is a variable to depict the variables which are outside the function. Top we have declared outside the push function, and we want that this same top I want in my function also. Then no other option except this global keyword. Whenever we are writing global keyword, this same top will be implemented over here. If we are not writing the global, then what will be done? This push function will create a local variable top, totally different from the upper variable. So we don't want that. We don't want that the next variable will be created, the same top to be changed whenever we will perform the operation. That is why we need to access the same top variable using the global keyword. Okay. Global top is done. Now we are giving if. If means we'll check the underflow and overflow according to the operation. So first of all, this is the push operation. So what to be checked over here? That is overflow should not be there, because we want to insert over here. How we will check it? We will write top equal to our size, means max is our size minus 1, because whenever we implement the array starts from 0 and up to limit minus 1. So if it is max minus 1 means if it is 4, maximum size is 4, means no other space is there, that is overflow situation. So after checking this condition, after leaving the indent, we will write that what? That it is overflow. Overflow. Okay, or insertion cannot be done because of the overflow. Whatsoever you can write according to your convenience. Now else part to be created. If overflow is not there, that means we can insert something. So what to be done? To insert the elements. First of all our array is ready, because we have, see here in this page we can see this our array is ready, totally ready, but none is filled, but size is fixed, blocks are fixed, nothing we have to do. Just our top position is -1, because we have not reached over here. Our top is -1. So -1 to be done first, +1, because we will implement top from the 0th position. We will implement top from the first position of the stack. So first task to be done is -1 will be added with +1, and then we will reach up to the index 0 and first element will be inserted. This is how we have to implement. Now come back to the program again and see. In the else part, first of all we will increment the top is equals to top plus 1, whatever is the top, so increment it by 1, so that we can reach on the destination where insertion can be done. After that, now we will insert the element. We reached up to the destination, our top reached, because all the things depends upon the top should be there. Now top, and whatever element item will come when the function will be called, argument will be passed, that is this item, and when item will be passed, it will be inserted in the top position. Whatever position is top holding now, there the item will be inserted. Fine, this is done. So this function is done. Now we have to check the overflow situation also, and if it is not overflow, we can insert it, and this is how we can insert it. So come outside this function, and coming out means indentation will be just normal. We are now out from the function, we are at the normal indent starting of the page. Now we will create another function, that is pop function, and here inside that, first of all what to be checked, we know if we need to delete something, first of all we'll check if it is not underflow, means the stack should not be empty, then what to be deleted. If nothing is there, what to be deleted. So first of all check the underflow. Again we are dealing with the same top variable, so that is global. Again we will call this same top in this again local function. So this global keyword to be written again, because that is required. Without that, the same top will not be coming in our local function. Then what happens? Then this local function will create another local variable top, which we don't want. So here again we are writing the global top, means calling the same top. Fine. Now we'll check if. What to be checked? If the top, whatever is the top position is -1 means it is the underflow situation. Clearly we can analyze. So that time we will print what? We will print underflow or underflow situation or cannot be deleted, nothing is there, anything you can write and then come out in the else part, because if it is not there we need to delete, means something is there that needs to be deleted. Okay, so inside that else part we will write what we will write here. First of all we will print that deleted what element deleted or deleted we have typed, and here we have written stack what? Stack top, whatever is our top position, whatever is our top position, there only the element will be stored, what to be deleted, and that only will be deleted. So coming here we have written deleted. So writing deleted means deleted? No. First of all what we have to do, the message will be printed deleted. What deleted? The stack top, means on the top position whatever element is there that is deleted. This we have confirmed to the user. But how we will confirm? By this line. We will just decrease the top's position. Top equal to top -1. And now the top is shifted. What is happening over there? We will see by the example in the whiteboard. Let's understand on the whiteboard what is happening over there. What we have done? We have done top equal to top -1. And on the previous line we have written that stack top whatever is there, that element is deleted. We have confirmed the user. Here this is the print statement, means no execution inside the memory. Execution is this line. What happens in this line? Suppose this is our stack and our position is 0th, 1, 2, 3. These are our positions. So up to third we have reached. Our top is suppose on third. This is our top. Okay. So this element needs to be deleted. What we have done actually, we have not deleted the element. Let's suppose here 10 is there, 20 is there, 30 is there and 40 is there. 40 will not be deleted. Only this third position top will be shifted to second position, means top will be now second. What we have done? Top equal to top -1. We have just shifted the position of the top. Inside the memory 40 still exists. So stack, there is no problem in stack. If we are just shifting the top position, stack will be considered up to this top position only. Although this 40 is still there inside the main memory. But if we have shifted the top position, the new stack is considered 10, 20, 30, 0th, first and second position up to this only. So accordingly, according to the data structure, we can do this. This is allowed. And the stack will be considered up to the top position only. But what if we want to delete the 40 permanently? That also we will see. First of all, we'll complete this program and let's check the output. Then we will go how to delete the 40 permanently and make the stack as much sort as I want in the memory as well as in the output also. So first we complete this, then we will see that part. Okay. So up to here we have completed top -1 and this is done. Now the term is totally understood by you. Now come back outside the main function and now just call the functions what we have created. We have created two functions, push and pop, and now the turn is to just calling them. First of all, we will start from the insertion. Push, suppose we want to insert 10. Okay. Again once more. Push, again we want to insert 20. Next again we want to insert 30. So this is how we are calling the push functions 3 times. Okay, 3 times we have called the push functions. Now we want to print if they are inserted or not. Sorry, in the next line we will print what to be printed? That what? The stack will be printed. Whatever is the stack, show us if the values are there or not. So just stack, print the stack, it will be printed, whatever insertion has been done or not. Then pop something and check it. Suppose I want to call pop function. So in popping, we have not given any argument. See here, pop is empty. without any argument it will be called. It means we cannot choose according to ourselves that which element will be deletion, because earlier in the previous class also we have seen deletion will be done from the top only. So choice is not in our hands that we can choose the position, it will be done from the top position. So without argument we are calling the pop function, and again once more call the stack and check if it is deleted or not. This is our program. First of all we have created the max size, we have decided in all the fifth spaces we have given the none value, and then push function, first it will check the overflow situation, means up to the last limit. If the stack is full we cannot insert, if it is not full, up to what it is full we can just increase the top and we can insert over here. Now pop first checks the underflow, if underflow is not there means something is there inside, so we can delete it by just decreasing the top's position, that's it. And now we are calling push 10, means we have promised the push function that item will be given when you will be called. So we are giving 10, 20 and 30, three elements we have inserted, but we have 5 spaces in the stack. See here, here are the 5 spaces we have given in our stack. So 10 we have given, 20 we have given, 30 we have given, but these two are still none. None is not removed from here. These two are still none. And at last we have removed the top, means 30 is removed now. So now the stack is 10 and 20 only. So we'll check if the output is same or not. So let's check the output. We will save the code and we'll check the output. First of all, we're saving the code. Always save with .py extension, we know that. Save it and now press F5. See here 10, 20, 30 and none, because these two nuns are not deleted, and we have deleted 30 again. Okay, wait. How this is not coming? Let's check it. So error occur over here in the else part. We have seen that 30 is still showing after the deletion, because we have not given here that 30 will be removed. 30 is still there in the memory and we want not to show 30. So what to do over here? Let's change the code little bit and makes the value of 30 as none, so that the top will also be decreased and the 30 element which needs to be deleted will be shown none. So for that let's try the code something in the else part. So let's remove this part, these two lines only, because they are only creating the problem. First of all let's do one thing. Item variable we have created already. So here in the from the stack position, let's take the topmost element in the item so that it will be easy to show to the users. Okay, stack top we have taken. Now in the stack top, whatever value is there, the position, whatever the stack value is there inside the top, make it none, so that it will not be shown on the screen. We want not to show because we consider it should be deleted by the pop operation. So that was the mistake, none. And after that top will be decreased. Now in this stage top equal to top minus 1, fine, and then we will print whatever deleted item is there is already stored in the item variable. Now item variable will be printed and we will consider whatever is deleted now. So deleted, what is deleted? This item is deleted. So now this is our correct code. So let us compile this. So let us compile this code. First of all, first we'll save it and then we will compile it by F5. Then we'll compile it. So we see 10, 20 is over here and last three are none now. This means we have deleted the elements from the memory 30 is popped now. So this is how we can implement push and pop operation. If you find this video beautiful, please do share, like and subscribe my channel, and let us meet in the next session. Thank you.